Hey Nintendo fans and collectors! Lithium here for my channel Nintendo Collecting. I want to share with you my collection piece by piece, from games to consoles, controllers to accessories, figurines to posters, and much more. What better console to start with than the Nintendo 64, which debatably has some of the best games of all time. I always thought the perfect number to collect for the console would be 64 Nintendo 64 games, so let's check out my collection one game at a time. I think the best way to go through my collection of 64 Nintendo 64 games is just to show you either the box or the cartridge, depending on what I have. Now, 44 of them are complete in box with the instruction manuals, and then there's 20 of them that are just the cartridge only. And I'm going to run through them, I think, in alphabetical order. That makes the most sense to me. And first up, one of many rare games in my collection, 007 GoldenEye. Definitely defined the first-person shooter, especially multiplayer, and it was amazing. I still love playing this one with friends. Game number 2. A follow-up to that, kind of in a way, is 007 The World Is Not Enough. Now, this one I got mostly because it's collectible, and I say collectible because there's two different cartridges at least that are, one's blue and one's gray. So the Nintendo 64 had a lot of different colors in terms of consoles, controllers, and even cartridges, and that's one of the things why I love collecting for the Nintendo 64. Game number 3, 1080 snowboarding. My cousins were amazing at it. I was never that great, but I do have a lot of fun with this one. Game number 4, another one by Rareware, Banjo-Kazooie. One of the best games in my opinion, probably on the console as well. It's outstanding. It's a collectathon, but that's a good thing. Game number 5, its sequel, Banjo-Tooie. Let me know, actually, do you like Banjo-Kazooie better than Banjo-Tooie, or which one's your favorite? Game number 6, Beetle Adventure Racing. Actually a pretty fun racing game. Number 7, another one by Rareware, Blast Corps. So this is the 4th one by Rareware, and this is actually a cult classic. I think it's very, very fun as well. Very different. Game number 8, Bomberman Hero. Now, I don't have that many Bomberman games in my collection. I really have to start picking them up because it's a great series. Game number 9, possibly the rarest game in this collection anyways. A lot of people know about this one, Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut. I really want to get the box and the manual for this eventually, but they're selling for $400 and up, possibly each, which is absolutely crazy. And eventually I might get them, but for now I'm very happy just to have this cartridge. Game number 10, the 5th one by Rareware already, Conker's Bad Fur Day. Great story behind this game, how it was supposed to be a lovey-dovey kind of cute little kids game, and then they went very mature when some people pissed them off. Fantastic game though, again, Rareware. Following that up, Diddy Kong Racing, another one by Rareware. They have a lot of them in the early alphabet. Wow, that's incredible. Let me know, do you like Diddy Kong Racing more than Mario Kart 64? Or Mario Kart more? Let me know as a comment below. That was game 11. This is game 12. Guess who made this one? Another one by Rareware. Man, they had their glory days on the Nintendo 64. It was so good. What happened to you, Rare? Now, it was amazing that this one had a game-breaking glitch, and that's why they had to include that expansion pack for free, or else the game would just crash at some point. So that's actually incredible. Great game, though. Yellow cartridge. Number 13. Dr. X Mario 64, or just Dr. Mario 64. Fantastic puzzle game, especially with 4 players. Game 14. F-Zero X. How am I still missing the box instructions to you? Because you are a fantastic game. I owe it to you. Game 15. Gex 3. Deep Cover Gecko. Now, this isn't particularly a great game. This is probably one of the games in my lifetime I would like to switch out for a different game that's probably better. I believe this is game number 16, Glover. Now, Glover's actually a pretty good game. I have fun with it. It's a little hard to control at times, and not everyone loves this one. 17. Now, I'm going to pronounce this one wrong. A lot of people pronounce it differently. This is made by Konami. Geomons, or Gomons, but Geomon's Great Adventure. I like saying Geomon. Reminds me of Pokemon. Reminds me of Digimon. Love it. Pretty good game. I actually like this one. I should get the box instructions for that one as well. Yeah, this is 18, one of my personal favorite games of all time. Harvest Moon 64. I don't know how to explain it. It's just relaxing. Everything about this game just makes me want to chill and just relax. It's amazing. Go away from all your worries in life. And I actually have a really, really good story about how I went out of my way to get this particular box way back when I bought it originally, over 15 years ago probably. Wow, it's been that long. Great game. I really want to get the Super Nintendo version. I'm missing that one. Number 19. Which is crazy. Hey You Pikachu! Now, Pokemon games are always going to usually sell well, but this game is so hilariously bad in my opinion, I had to get it and had to add it to my Pokemon collection. Number 20. Iggy's Wrecking Balls by Acclaim. Now, I think this game's probably around a 70%. It's not amazing, but it's pretty good. It's worth the checkout. Number 21. Now, this one I mostly got because it's hard to pick up. This is Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine. I actually haven't played this one. If you've played it, let me know what you think of it. Game number 22, Hybrid Heaven by Konami. Now, I must say this game got some good reviews, some bad reviews. I didn't like it nearly as much as I thought I would have, so I'm probably going to swap this out for another game that's either really good or rare. I think on Metacritic this one's only at around a 66%. 23. Another one by Rareware, Jet Force Gemini. Now the controls in this one aren't always spot on, but it's a pretty good game. I've heard it recommended from other people, so I definitely had to pick it up. Number 24. Another one by Rareware. My gosh, they're all early. A lot of them are early. This is Killer Instinct Gold. Now the Killer Instinct series was really good. I really like the Super Nintendo version. This one's worth a try as well, though. Number 25. I don't know how I don't have the box or instructions for this. I think I sold it because I had it originally growing up, and I actually really like this game. Kirby 64 The Crystal Shards. Great game. I love the different abilities you can get by combining two things and swallowing two enemies to actually combine them. It was actually amazing. I love it. That would make this 26. We're getting into all the fun party games from Mario. Mario Golf. Love this one. Tee up with Mario and his friends. Number 27, Mario Kart 64. Wow, this is such a good game. I have the Player's Choice version. I should comment about that. I don't want to get the Player's Choice versions. I want to get the normal versions. Player's Choice usually comes out after the game sells 1 million copies. I just don't like those stickers on them or the Player's Choice. My own personal preference. Actually, let me know. Do you like Player's Choice? Million sellers? I personally don't. Maybe you do. And what a fantastic game, by the way. My gosh. 28. Mario Party 1. So obviously you know what's coming next. 29, Mario Party 2. And of course, we have to have Mario Party 3. My personal favorite's probably Mario Party 2. Everyone likes different ones. That's okay. Interesting note for Mario Party 3, there's the original cartridge right there, and there's also a not-for-resale cartridge. There are quite a few not-for-resale cartridges out there for the Nintendo 64, just another thing to collect, which is awesome on the N64. So that was the first 30 games. We're almost halfway. 31, Mario Tennis. I can't believe the number of hours I've put into this, even using the Rumble Pack, and just playing as is trying to get stars for everyone, and it's absolutely amazing. I love this one, especially with friends. 32, the midway point, in a way, Mega Man 64. I had to get this one because I am a fan of Mega Man. I'd have to get the box of the manual, but this is not one of the best games, I would say. You should pick it up if you're a huge fan of Mega Man, though. Number 33, another Rareware game, Mickey's Speedway USA. Another great racing game on the N64 that not many people played because it was overshadowed by Diddy Kong Racing and by Mario Kart 64. But it's definitely worth playing. 34, Mischief Makers. This is more of a cult classic again. It's a side-scroller, but it's a really good game. It's probably my best man's favorite game on the N64, besides Ocarina of Time. Debatably, I think. So this one he made me check out, and it's actually really awesome. He's really good at it. I need to get better. Oh, just dropped some. That's okay, we'll keep going. Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Mortal Kombat's also a great game, and this one I had to get for the Nintendo 64. I really need to get more manuals, I think. More manuals and more boxes. This one would be 36. NFL Blitz. This one's actually really, really fun. So normally I don't have many sports games in my collection other than Mario sports games, but this one keeps you excited. There's huge hits. It's actually a lot of fun. It's from Midway. Now this game is actually pretty hard to find in the box with the manual. It goes for a little bit of money. This is Ogre Battle 64, Person of Lordly Caliber. I remember getting this online for a pretty good deal, but most games by Atlas are awesome and really expensive. So one of my friends from Teachers College loved this game. He can't wait to borrow it. I've got to lend it to you if you happen to watch this video. It's a good game. I think this is number 38. 38 is Paperboy. I was a fan of Paperboy, the original game, so I kind of had to try it out for the Nintendo 64. It's awkward, it doesn't control nearly as good as it should, but I had to stay true and get it. It's again from Midway. Number 39, one of my favorite games of all time, and probably my favorite Nintendo 64 game. If you watched my recent Question Lithium series, it was my favorite N64 game. Definitely always in my top 3, even though my favorite changes around. Paper Mario. Immediately, a smile on my face. I love this game. If you've never played it, check it out. If you like any of the other Paper Mario games, you have to play this one if you haven't yet. And Super Mario RPG, just as good as this or better. They're amazing. We're at number 40. Number 40, another Rareware game. I think we're almost done. There's 11 of them, I believe, on the N64, or 12. 11 or 12? I think there's 11. This one is Perfect Dark. An upgrade to 007 in my opinion. This one required the expansion pack. A lot of fun again with multiplayer. Number 41. The second Pokemon game kind of in this list. Don't have the box for it yet. Pokemon Puzzle League. One of the best puzzle games on the N64. Definitely pick this up. And if you like Pokemon, bonus. Number 42. This game holds a huge place in my heart. I hope they remake it for the Wii U. Pokemon Snap. This one, I even have one of my only factory sealed games in my entire collection. I bought this one from my local game shop. They somehow got a box of 6 of them in. I bought 2, one for my friend, one for me. Don't usually like sealed games, but this one I think was $20. I had to get it. Kind of strange being such a big box. At number 41, 42, 43, Pokemon Stadium. Obviously this one came with a transfer pack, and this game is actually not a full-fledged game, but it allows you to battle your Pokemon. It is quite fun. A few of my friends do love still playing this, which is pretty awesome, and that transfer pack is pretty interesting. Number 44, the follow-up to that, Pokemon Stadium 2. I don't know why I have that damn sticker on there. I've got to take that sticker off. Who puts stickers on games? Number 45. Quest 64. There's not many RPGs on the N64. Try out Quest. Not everyone likes it. Some people love it. Some people hate it. Try it out. Number 46. And this one, mostly I have just because it's a different color. This one is Scooby-Doo Classic Creep Capers. And I'm still trying to decide, do I want to get all the different colors of Nintendo 64 cartridges? So that's pretty much why I have this one right now. Never actually played it. Don't know much about it yet. Number 47. StarCraft 64. It is remarkably difficult to play this on the N64. Definitely play the PC version, but it's kind of a collectible game. It's pretty rare. It's made by Blizzard. It is a good game, but it's just hard to play with the controls on the console. This is number 48, and one of my personal favorites, Star Fox 64. Includes the bonus Rumble Pack. It's in a big box. There's not that many big boxes on the N64. This one, if you haven't played this, where have you been living? There's also out for the 3DS, but you definitely have to try it. Number 49. One of the first of many Star Wars games, Star Wars Episode 1 Battle for Naboo. And I just like Star Wars, so I got a lot of the Star Wars games, including Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. This one's actually pretty fun. I like this one. This one's great. You can play it with one other friend, I think, and the expansion pack you can play with as well, which is pretty cool. And another Star Wars game, Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Now, a lot of people actually hold this very, very highly. It's an excellent game. The only unfortunate part of this is that I wish it looked better today. I wish they upgraded it. I want a remake of this one on the Wii U. That would be fantastic. This is such a good Star Wars game, maybe one of the best. That makes this 52 after all those Star Wars games. Possibly one of the greatest games of all time. The other nomination up for me for my favorite game on the N64, there's only 3 of them probably, and this is Super Mario 64. I somehow left these out of my Question Lithium video because they're actually stored in another place than most of my games. They're with all my Zelda and my Mario games, but this is definitely in my top 3 on the Nintendo 64, Super Mario 64, and I have a player's choice version. Oh, for shame. 53. One of the best party games ever, Super Smash Brothers. Can I say any more? Can I say any more? It still plays amazing to this day, even though it's a little slow. It's a lot of fun. Still play it with my friends all the time. The next game, another puzzle game on the N64. This one's actually pretty cool because the entire map rolls around and scrolls with you. Tetrasphere. My best man's actually really good at this one. If you like puzzle games, check this one out. And following that Tetris game, the other one is the new Tetris. I actually haven't played this one at all yet. What am I doing? 4-player Frenzy? I've got to try this one out. 56. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. How many hours have I invested into the Tony Hawk series? Of all of them, I don't know, but it's probably hundreds. And this is what started it all, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Wow, this brings me back, by Activision. Number 57 is the follow-up to that, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Still need the box, still need the manual. Such a good game as well. Love it. Number 58. These ones are all part of a trilogy by Acclaim. Turok, Dinosaur Hunter. My best man, again, recommended me to play that one. As well as, obviously, the sequel, Turok 2, Seeds of Evil. And the one following that, obviously, the third one, Turok 3, Shadow of Oblivion. If you've played all 3, let me know what is your favorite one from Turok. And that would make this game number 61, Wave Race. How have I not got Wave Race's box and manual yet? That is crazy. This is the player's choice version. I'm looking to get the real one. You can see the player's choice little sticker right there. So I'm looking to get the original one. Great game on the N64. Number 62, again, I need the box and manual for this, but it's such a good game. Yoshi's Story. So much replayability in this one. It's not what I was expecting when I first played it and I rented it. Actually, I was playing this one with my sister growing up. She really liked it, but it's very replayable. Great game. Look out for Yoshi's Story International version. Crazy rare, crazy expensive. The second last game on my list, this is The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, and this is the collector's edition, because I have the holo cart, but I also have the gold cart that's without the holographic, which is pretty awesome as well. Great game, one of the cult classic Zelda games, I'd say, because not everyone absolutely loves it. The Bomber Notebook set me back for so long, actually, when I played this game, but it is excellent, it's amazing. And obviously the last game that is just fitting to end this list with, I started the video with it, I have to end it with it. The last game, number 64, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Now I do have both versions. I have the gray cartridge and I also have the gold cartridge to obviously have the collector's edition because it's so good. It's such an amazing game. If you've never played The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time and you're a Nintendo fan, you owe it to yourself, you owe it to other Nintendo fans, you owe it to even Nintendo itself to try out this game. Let me know what was your favorite game in my collection, because I have 64 Nintendo 64 games. You can also recommend which games do you think I should swap out and which games am I missing. I know I'm missing some great games like Snowboard Kids. Definitely want to get that one. Worms Armageddon. Want to pick that one up. Bomberman Second Attack. That one I'm due to get as well. There's so many others. Comment below and I'll put some links in the doobly-doo to the list of all 296 N64 games. I just kept 64 because I was trying to keep the games good, great, or rare. Thank you so much for watching my video. Make sure you fill that like bucket, follow me on Facebook and on Twitter, and go collect them all.